Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Today we're actually going to be getting to some farm work. As you can see, we're spreading some fertilizer down in the sugarcane field. Got to get this done today really because I don't know when the sugarcane is going to grow again. It's in the first growth stage, so no crop destruction here, so we're going to go ahead and get this done. Got to make sure we get all that sugarcane because as we know, we don't get that much of it, so got to make sure we up production of the sugarcane. So I've been taking care of the animals a little bit this morning. I went ahead and fed the chickens. I didn't top them off because, well, we are technically now out of wheat. They should be good now until like June. Yeah, probably June. So I probably have to go buy some wheat in like June, July, whenever they need it. I'll buy like 10,000 liters of wheat. It shouldn't be that expensive. So yeah, just this year I got to make sure I store enough food. I knew last year when I did the wheat harvest and I brought some down to make some flour, I'm like, I got enough in that field left to harvest. And then when I found out my last, final total was, I'm like, that might be a little bit tight on feed for chickens, and it was. But not that big of a deal because we do got some cash, which is good. And I've been looking at some things in the store just to see, what it would be like to actually buy the products I'm looking at buying. I was guesstimating like the combine harvester and the header I was looking at was going to be like 600 grand, and it might be actually like 650, and that is just for the header for cereal crop and such. That doesn't even count the corn headers. So we'll have to, it's going to get kind of expensive. With a corn header, it could actually get up to like 700 grand. Expensive, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, today, yeah, we're going to lease a planter. I had a planter in mind. I saw one on the mod hub. I'm like, ooh, I do like the looks of that. Then I came in the game, and then I saw how much it would cost to buy and how much it would cost to lease. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I can't remember what planter I used last time, but I do have one that we're going to be using here in a moment. I will show you the one I thought I was going to use, but no, not for that price. No way. No way. Let's see, am I done fertilizing this field here? Only way to tell is to turn that off. We'll go into this page here. I was checking our grass field. Our grass field is ready to be cut. But right now, I need to come over to this page here. Let's get rid of the weeds. Yep, we are double fertilized. Perfect. That's interesting. Some double fertilization going on here. Either way, that's fine. I'll turn the weeds back on. So these weeds are mature. Yeah, I may get rid of them, may or may not. We'll have to wait and see later on. Anyway, let's go bring the T8 back, and we'll drop off the fertilizer spreader because I'm done using that for today. So the chickens are taken care of. The sheep need to be fed. They're getting kind of low on the hay, and I don't have any more hay over here. I need to, when I get a chance, probably this summer, we'll be cutting down some more trees and get the sawmill up and going. I will probably clear out an area to put a shed over here so I can store some hay bales over here rather than having going over to our cow barn to grab some hay bales. So I need the front end loader. We have the bale spike. I'm going to go over and grab a couple of bales and bring it on over. The one thing I got to check is I think I gave the sheep water already. Where do I need to go? Right here. Water. Yeah, they're doing okay on. Actually, the McCormick is already up there. I think I gave them water at the end of March. That's why I left it there. So I'll just top them off again. But we're getting kind of low on the hay. As for the chickens, how well did I top them off? All right, so they're almost completely there. And yeah, I need to take care of our moo cows today. They need some straw, and we'll top them off with some TMR. So, on the way over to the cow barn I go. I'm going to grab a couple bales of hay, bring them back on over, and we'll dump them off in front of the sheep. And then we'll take care of the cows later on. We'll get right to leasing the planter. Going to have to use the Fent 1000 for that, and we'll get to planting. I think we're going to be planting some cotton and sunflowers today. Just trying to squeeze out a couple of hay bales out of here. I did want to grab the one at the end, but that's hitting the post on that side when I back up. So hopefully I can sneak these two out here. And I'll get that one at a later date or when I make TMR. that down like that. Put the weight awfully nice and low. And we are good to go. I have downloaded the mod on Mod Hub for the TMR mixer. And hopefully I can remember to show you that when we lease the planter here in just a moment. Yeah, that'll hold, I think, like 48,000 liters of TMR, so that's going to come in handy in the near future. Alright, back to the sheep. We'll drop this off in front of the feed trough. They'll take a good amount. And then, yeah, we'll get to planting. Yeah, definitely want to put a bale shed over here somewhere, so I don't have to keep driving over to grab a hay bale to feed the sheep. But for now, this will do. And, boop, there they go. And while I'm here, let's jump into McCormick. And can I just give them water, or I gotta start the engine? I gotta start the engine. Probably gonna take all of that. Nope, still got 56 liters in there. The McCormick, I probably could usually do the planter today, but yeah, that's a little bit undersized for what we need to do. Let me just come back in here and just make sure the sheep are technically up to snuff here. There they go. They got the water. They got the hay. They're looking good. Keep on making all that wonderful, wonderful wool. You guys are doing an awesome job. Anyways, T8. Now I think we're done with it. Let's bring that back and spend some cash by leasing a planter. And grabbing the Fent 1000 going down. So sunflowers and cotton is what the task is for today. I'm trying to figure out if I want to plant oats at all, or do I just want to go, you know, sunflowers up by the beehives, and the rest of the field just go pure cotton and say the heck with the oatmeal. Because we do know the clothing makes a whole bunch of cash. The clothing, I don't know if we'll be selling that today or not. We'll have to see how far we get. It will be sold in this in-game day, just maybe not in this episode. Where is my 1000 parked where? Yeah, it's right where it should be. Alright, let's go grab that. Alright, I'll meet you down at the store. We'll look at the planter I thought about using, and we'll see the price of that. Then we'll lease a planter that we are going to use, and I'll also show you the TMR mixer that I'll probably be buying if it ever comes up for sale, or once we get enough cows. I mean, we got 30, but if we get up to 50, definitely might be wanting to use that. And we have arrived. We'll leave the engine nice and running so it gets stays nice and warm. Hello, Sally. Is my planter ready? She says it is. So let's go in here. And so first thing, I'm actually going to show you some harvesters that I'm kind of looking at. I'm actually thinking about going with a Leasing only because this is what the harvester I used in 19. And it did rather well. Plus the capacity can be 18,000. So that is very nice. That's like maybe 10,000 more than what we currently have. I thought about going with like a John Deere harvester, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Like I said, if something comes up for sale, then that's what I'm going to go with. But anyways, let's back up out of there. Let's see what else I was going to show you. Oh, then we got to go into here. And first thing I'll show you is the TMR mixer. This is on the Giants Mod Hub, by the way. It came out like almost instantly. What is the capacity of this? 45,000 liters of TMR it can handle. So yeah, that's a nice size TMR mixer. 45,000 compared to we are currently using this one, which is 24. So basically almost twice the size. I mean, with 30 cows, yeah, you may want the bigger TMR mixer if you want to do it in one go. As for planters, so I was looking on the Mod Hub. And I saw this, is it I forgot the mod author, JAHT modding. I'm pretty sure I'm screwing that up. I wrote it down somewhere, and I don't know where it is. But it's the same thing like this, but it's a little bit more upgraded. You can do fertilization with it. The thing that kind of got me was, first of all, the in-game one is 234,000. The modded one is 368,000, but it does fertilizer. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. And plus, it's got a lot more things on it. It's more realistic pricing. That's the whole point of the mod. But then when you click on it and you come in here, it's up to 430,000. And it added 61,000 for mods, for options. And I'm like, what options? So I tried turning things on and off. And yeah, it's like 424,000. I'm like, I'm not sure where that comes into. So yeah, I mean that's if you want to know how much it was to lease it, yeah, you're talking 22,000, and for every additional hour, it's an additional 10. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work for me. The Kenzie, I'm not sure if this is what I used last time or not, but I'm definitely looking for a planter that requires no previous cultivation or plowing necessary. So that fits my needs. The good thing is working with is 18.2 compared to 17.8. So it's actually a wider working width, and the working speed is actually 2 miles an hour faster, and it has fertilizer and seed. So yeah, the recorded horsepower is 350, but this is what we're leasing today, and probably going to buy in the future. Let's see. License plate don't care because we're just leasing it, and the leasing fee for this is only just shy of 13. So yes, we're going to go ahead and lease that. Thanks, Sally. All right. Let's go hook up to this beautiful planter, and then we got to head back to the farm and top it off with seed and fertilizer. Oh, wait a minute. No. I think I ran into this problem last time. Oh, yep, I'm an idiot. I'm like, why did I use this last time? I don't think... No, this will not hitch up to here. So, I need a special attachment for this planter. I did this last time. Also, when I backed up to it, it just came right back to me. I had deja vu. That's why I cannot hitch up to this. Yes. So, let me do something. I think I did the same thing last time. Hang on a minute. So the Vertisat is what we're going for. $8,160 to lease this. I got reimbursed for the other planter since we didn't really do anything with it. So, yeah, I forgot. We don't have the right hitch for that planter right there. I was actually spending some time looking in the store how to upgrade to that hitch. And, yeah, this tractor we can't do that with. So, yeah, but that is a planter I would like to do. So maybe in the future I'll be, trading in this Fendt and upgrading this to I don't want to say a bigger tractor, but a tractor that has that hitch available to us for that planter, because that's what I'm looking for. This planter here does not allow us, so if the field has not been cultivated or plowed where we need to plant, then it's not going to plant in that specific area. But luckily we did stone picking, so that kind of cultivates the field as it picks up stones. So for the most part we should be able to be good and ready to go. Let's see, we need to plant sunflowers first. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. So get that all set up. Yeah, so maybe in the future trading in the Fendt and upgrading to, well, it will be just a slightly bigger tractor. Not that we need it, but it's the only way to get that hitch system that I can see. Anyways, back to the farm. We'll top this off with seed and fertilizer. And then, yeah, let's get planting. So the only thing about this planter here, it doesn't hold that much seed, so that kind of sucks a little bit. But we'll just say 1,050 for seed. So this planter is kind of weird. I couldn't figure why I can't fill up with fertilizer. To fill up with seed, I don't have to undo the covers. But to fill up with fertilizer, I do. So... And if I remember, I didn't go through that much fertilizer last time, but we'll top it off. Not that big of a deal. Gonna be planting a lot of fields, so I might go through that much fertilizer. We will see. We'll cover those on up. And since I already got in sunflower, that's the fields we're going to start with first. Plus, I'm going to go back up here and see how much honey that we have, because that's got to be getting pretty close to being full. I could go ahead and sell the honey. I forgot when the good price was. I definitely want to start bringing the cash just in case anything comes up for sale. Nothing in there currently, but as we know, like every 12 hours, so I got to find different places to store my furniture because we're piling out into the road here. Let's go do the farthest field first. Actually, I'll go around this way, so I can drive right past the honey. Someone did mention, though, another thing that's good to sell apparently is pig food. But I was looking at the sales, and I don't see where I can sell pig food on this map. So that's kind of interesting. Are we full on honey? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that's 12. I think we are full on the honey. This will spawn 24 pallets. Let me go ahead and move these over here out of the way. 400 liter pallets. There we go. Now we got some room for them to spawn. Alright, let's go ahead and unfold this thing and get to planting some more sunflowers. Because we actually got a pretty good amount of sunflower oil, and the price was pretty darn good, and it seemed worth it. And away we go. So I'm thinking these 2 fields here with sunflowers, and I decided all the other fields are going to be cotton. So I'm not going to bother planting any oatmeal this year. Because if we're going to go ahead and do more cotton, might as well go ahead and do all the fields and get as much cotton as we can and start making some more. Now I know a few people have said, yeah, when they done cotton themselves, they put down 2 fabric shops. But we're just going to stick with 1. Because, yeah, they said the same thing, that the fabric shop does not keep up with a clothing store at all. So they put down 2. Especially if you're doing a lot of cotton. And we will have plenty of cotton next season. Well, what I mean next season, next harvest season. So by doing that, do I really need to buy a harvester this year? Because the only thing we'll be using our 770 New Holland harvester for is harvesting the sunflower and the chicken field of wheat. So only 3 fields, not that big of a job for it. So yeah, I could spend the money elsewhere. Or just keep piling it up, and that way when something does come up for sale, you can go ahead and do that. Once we take care of these sunflower fields, we'll get Frank to come on over, and he'll start planting cotton in all the fields. I just can't believe at the store, when I was back at the fence right up to that planter, I was thinking, I don't know why I didn't use this last time. It doesn't make, then I jumped out and I went to go attach it and went, oh, yeah, now I remember. I don't have the special hitch on the back of the 1000. You got to go... You need a big tractor to hitch up to those, which seems kind of weird because it only requires 350 horsepower. Not that big of a deal. I wonder if the McCormick... Well, even if I upgrade the McCormick engine to the 310 or whatever, I'm not sure if that would have the hitch on the back that we're looking for. Either way, it's fine. It's all good. But we're going to have tons of money in the bank account once this day is over. Because we got all that clothing to sell. Just got to wait long enough for that price to peak. I think it might peak at 10,300, maybe, the way it's looking. And you saw how many pallets we have. We got tons of pallets. We should easily get over $500,000 in the bank account. And then we'll keep our fingers crossed that one of those harvesters come up for sale. Now the header, I didn't show you the header, but the 60-foot header that we're going to be using on those harvesters, yeah, that header is like $160,000. And the corn header I'm looking at, I think was $70,000, $80,000, somewhere in that vicinity. But if we're only doing sunflower, I mean, the 770 can easily take care of these 2 fields by itself, and then the other harvester can be taking care of all the other fields. Now, this is not going to take us too long to get these 2 fields done, although I am going through the seed rather quickly. So one thing about the planters, they don't hold that much seed. But then again, planters are made for... What the difference between a planter and a drill is, the planters are for seeds that are much bigger. And the drill is for smaller seeds. So I guess if the seeds are bigger, I guess there's less room for the amount of seeds that you can put in the containers. So I guess that would kind of make some sense. I would like to have, like the drill I used in Griffin, Indiana 19. That planter held a lot of seed. I think it was like 30,000 liters. I topped that thing off, and that lasted about 2 seasons on that series. I actually had a lot of fun on that quote-unquote challenge of taking care of 2,000 cows. Or first of all, working off to get up to 2,000 cows, and then seeing if we could do it. And it's something they could easily do. It's just time taking, that's all. So all these fields should be taken care of once we finish planting. They'll have both stages of fertilization into them. Should not get no weeds on any of these fields except for a sugarcane field because that's a regrowing crop. So I got to figure out if I want to lease some equipment to spray herbicide on that field or not. And we may just let it go as is. I don't know how I want to harvest the sugarcane this year. I may use the same harvester as before, or I may use a modded one. We'll see. I did it once with a regular harvester just to try it on out because I'd never done sugarcane myself before, and a lot of you never seen it before as well. That's why we voted on the sugarcane. But now that we've done a harvest with the right equipment, maybe we'll use a modded one to make it a little bit easier. Although it wasn't that difficult, it was just time-taking, tedious work. That's all. And Frank sometimes got under my skin a couple times. But Frank has been known to do that through the years. Alright, so this is one field just about done. I thought about going back to the farm and topping off, that way I can just do the other field without having to stop, but I'm already up here, might as well go ahead and just use the seed that we got, then go top off anyways. Would have been nice to use the other planter. The only difference being is the working with, really. This is a 12 meter, and the one that I think we were going to use was like an 18 meter. So this is one field down, 5 more to go. But the other one shouldn't take us too long either. Almost got this entire field done before I ran out of seed, but of course, just as you get to about the last row, that's when you run out of seed, so I went back, topped off with that. Now we're going to go ahead and switch on over to planting cotton. So there's another field done. Now I'm going to skip over and do the field across from the small cabin. And the good news is, driving around today, because our trees have leaves back on them, I haven't seen the flickering leaves at all. So I'm not too sure what was going on there. It seemed definitely to be a memory leak problem. So So if we run to that, like I said, the only thing I did was just reinstall my graphics driver. And I'm not sure if that's what was causing the problem, but the issue seemed to go away. Maybe it has something to do with the fall leaves. So maybe when fall comes and the leaves change color. Oh, wait a minute. Did I goof up with the cotton? That's February, March, and we're in April. Oh. Okay, so let's revert back to something else. I guess we're not doing cotton this year. Oh, that I knew it was 2 months that you could plant the cotton. I just forgot it's February, March, not March, April, like a lot of things are here. All right, so I will be planting some oats. So the 2 fields that had corn in it, what do I want to do? I think I can go back and do soybeans. But I can do soybeans in my other planter, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and do soybeans, actually. All right, not a problem, not a problem. Where did I have corn planted? I had corn planted in those 2 fields. This one here, I should be able to do soybeans. Turn off that. And so what we'll do here, where are the soybeans? Of course, this is a modded planter. So I can do every crop on this one, but I only want to do one. There's soybeans. Soybeans is something you can do in a regular planter, right? I don't want to plant in the wrong, so we just grab a regular one. Yeah, so a regular planter, you can do soybeans. So we will do that. All right, let me back on up here. All right, so this field that we're in, and this field right here, those will be oats once again. So yeah, no cotton this year. That's fine. The sheep are making wool. Just it won't be as much cotton as it was before. I still have the seasons from 19 in my head when you can plant things. I can't get into this new seasons to where, yeah, you can't plant wheat and barley in the springtime. Gotta plant it in the winter, or fall, I should say. Alright, so we'll come on over here. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let Frank plant in this field. Alright, let's come over to here and create job. Yes, yes, this field here. Target and go that way. 40 feet, that's probably correct. Number of headlands. I think I'm going to say 4. Because that way it turns around in the field. Headland overlap by 3. And -1. That should be good. Alright, and what I like to do with all my course play workers is to help them out. So let me start planting here. And then hire myself a worker. And he should be good to go. Alright, we're going to come over here and grab the McCormick. And we might as well grab our other planter, or sorry, our other drill. And start planting some oats. Watch out for the deer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take care of the oats in between episodes. I almost forgot. We need to go over and take care of the moo cows. The moo cows need some attention. So let's drop off this water tanker. Squeeze this into here. Drop that off. And let's go get the cows some TMR and some straw for their lovely little bedding. Make them all nice and happy so they can keep on making that milk because we need more of it. The good old manure is piling on up. So at some point here, we will get ourselves a manure spreader. So we can go ahead and take care of our grass field and in the future, our vineyards and our olive groves. Let's go ahead and hitch on up to this. And, oh, we're going to have to make some more TMR, which is not a problem. Let's drive this out of here. So instead, now that we got a belt over here, I used to bring over the T6 with a bucket and throw in, of course, 10 buckets, 10,000 liters. Now I just back on up to the bell and let that fill me up to 10,000. I think the belt is still should be on. 7,000. All right, let me pull forward a little bit because the belt is now out of reach of the silage. And I don't want that filling in when I back up because then I'll have too much silage in there. How much silage do I have left? It shouldn't matter. Oh, 37,000 liters. That's plenty because our grass field is ready. Now, when I cut the grass field and put the chaff in, it's going to go into this bunker over here. We'll compact it. I won't cover it until we're pretty much out of silage over here because I might actually get both cuts in and be able to put into the same bunker. So we're at almost 7,000 liters. So it's got to make sure I pull forward. Nope. Okay, that's 15,000 liters. That might be a little bit too much. Nah, it'll be fine. It shall be fine, I think. All right, let me come over to here. And if you remember that hay bale I was trying to get at the beginning of the episode, let's come over here and grab that one. And then toss that in. Is it taking it? Yep, it's taking it. Hopefully it goes way above the line. Okay, I barely have enough room to put a little bit of straw in, and that's barely going to classify as TMR, hopefully. Can we get that in there? Just enough straw in there as a filler. I'm going to leave this straw bale actually in here because there's not much left to it, and it should actually take some of it up when I start feeding the cows, and the mixture still will be fine. Yeah, not going through the hay and straw as much as I thought we're going to when I made this field over here and everything. I'm like, oh, we're gonna need plenty of straw and hay. It's not really going through it as much. There we can see that straw bale's being added to the mixture. Keep my eye on it. And the bale must have disappeared, because there's our mixture. And there we go. It's all good. Now we'll drop this off here. So we'll grab our bale shredder. Don't know if it's got any straw bales in it or not. Looks like there might be a bale in there. Make sure I hitch up the PTO shaft this time to it. Last time I backed in, I'm like, where's that straw trigger? And I'm like, oh yeah, your PTO shaft's not attached. That's why you can't dispense straw in there. Yeah, I gave myself, I don't want to say enough room, but plenty of room, I think. Sneaking on in. There we go. So while that's pouring on in there, I may actually need another bale. Let me just double check on the cows, how we're doing here. So 2 more months, we'll have 10 more cows. These are now full-grown adults. So in 9 more months, they'll be spitting out some cows as well. And of course, we got our newborns, which I forgot. Is it 12% or is it 11% per month? So yeah, 5 more months. We should have 30 adult cows spitting out some milk. TMR straw. Looks like we need some more straw. That's not a problem. Because we got plenty of straw. And we're hardly going through it. So I have no problem. Yeah, the pig food's piling up. And I'm thinking about getting some pigs down here sometime soon. I just can't find a pen that really fits what we're looking for. At least what I'm looking for. And a lot of the pens are extremely expensive. Now, I know there's, like I think we talked about last episode, for pigs, not a lot of money into pigs. Not a lot of money into doing the grapes and olives. I know someone was joking around me that I did say, yeah, I want to do the grapes and olives because it uses a lot of special equipment, but yet then I got the potato greenhouse. Yeah, the reason why I just want to do the olives and grapes is because it's just new to it's new to Farming Simulator 22. Although grapes kind of been around a little bit as mods, but not olives. If potatoes were a new thing, I'd be planting potatoes and using that equipment as well. But potatoes have been in the game, at least since I've been playing, way back in 13. So not much new there. We may plant potatoes later on, but it's nothing I want to get into right away. But as for olives and the grapes, I want to put it down just because it's all, the smaller equipment we haven't used, or at least I haven't used yet. Maybe you've been using it since 22 came out. I barely touched on it on Elm Creek with the olives. Yeah, when I did the olives, I'm like, this ain't worth it. It just wasn't. So yeah, we're all set there. Actually, the McCormick, you might as well stay right over here, because you're going to be cutting the grass later on. So I'll probably get maybe the grass cut later on in between episodes. We'll see what I can get done. But what I'm going to do next is we're going to actually jump into Frank. It looks like you missed a couple spots, and you're just about out of seed as well. I'm going to grab the T6 here, because I know the T6 can pull that planter around. Yeah, so I've also talked about trading in a tractor, and now after seeing today the planter I would like to use, I need a special... Where am I going? Ah, it's over here. Yeah, the planter I like to use, I don't want to say a special hitch, but that hitch I need to get a little bit bigger tractor, which is fine. I have no trouble trading in the fence. Let's see here. What do we got here? All right. Might as well top it off. There we go for that. And it looks like I'm already on oats. That is the oats that I'm looking at, right? No, that's not oats. It's on wheat. The new symbols. Yeah, I should have known that though. Nope, went right by it. Did I go by it again? There we go. That's oats. Alright, let's cover that on up. And while Frank is busy doing that field, although he's going to tell me in a minute that he's out of seed. not going to take us long to go ahead and get the oats done in this field here. And so the T6 is a 175 horsepower, and I think this drill requires 205, but the T6 is like, I can do it, sir. Not much of a problem. Gets along lovely. Yeah, and there's Frank. He's telling me he's out of seed, so I'll have to go over and take care of him. But I'm going to go ahead and finish out this field myself. So hopefully at the beginning of next episode, I'll have most of the fields done. We still got the clothes to sell today, but it's probably going to be like late in the day. So that's why I'm hoping I'll have the fields done. We're going to sell some clothes and then advance some time. And then we got some more things to do around here for sure. Got to get that grass cut. Got to pick that up, put that into the silo bunker, and get that compacted. And just I want to get it compacted 100%, but definitely not covered up until I definitely need so, because if I want to cut some more grass, I can throw into that bunker with it. That's always nice to do. And then keep my eye on that store page for anything that we're looking to buy. Anything comes up for sale, I mean 50% off is 50% off. And when things cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, 50% off is pretty darn good. Even 30%, I'll take that. But definitely want to go ahead and upgrade some of the equipment around here and change some things out a little bit. But yeah, the cotton kind of threw me off. Got to get used to the... I'm getting used to some of the seasons of when we can plant certain things and other things, but cotton threw me off. But yeah, it is what it is. Not that big of a deal. We got plenty of ways to make cash, so we're doing pretty darn good. But by the end of this in-game day, we should easily have over $500,000 in the bank account. And then, of course, when June and July comes, we got all that furniture to sell. That's another $150 some odd thousand there. We're still making cakes, still making popcorn, tomato sauce, salad, all that stuff at the Big Red Barn. And the animals are doing the animal thing. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.